Good morning, good morning. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and today is Wednesday, December 28th. Welcome to my desk. So today, I'm going to work on envelopes. I'm getting these ready for Happy Mail. I have to finish this one. This is Felicity, a story out of a Christmas book. What was it? I can't remember the name of the story. But anyway, I'm painting this for Arlene, and this one goes to Sherry Van. And there's Arlene. Good morning, Arlene. So I also have some Happy Mail to show you. I want to do a little bit of sketching. If I have time, I'm going to work in my calendar, but I can always catch up on my calendar. So let me zoom in a little and put you guys up on the stand. I always have to put you guys up on the stand here. I'm trying to do intros, but it's a little hard because I cannot zoom my camera. Until after I get online. That really frustrates me. It's really weird. I don't know. Can't figure it out. So I got 2 packages of Happy Mail from Sherry Van. Bless her heart. So let's go ahead and open this the very first thing. Let me get my tablet set up here to come to my channel and set the chat so I can welcome folks coming in. And there's Arabella. Good morning, Arabella. Our Hearts with Arts. Clear from the Netherlands. Let me set the quality here. And Arlene is here. And I think I have the lighting turned down a little on this. Let me turn the lighting back up. Yeah. I turned the lighting down when we had a giveaway on my tablet. Okay. And good morning to anybody who's watching out in the balcony. That's quite all right. You may not be out of bed yet. That's okay too. So I'm trying to get a mailing out. And, you know, I get sidetracked with doing this stuff, but it is totally worth it. And I'm going to fold this over this way to kind of protect it. And I'm going to leave about 1 inch on each side. Maybe not quite 1 inch. Well, maybe because I want to put packing tape on it. And the address will go here. And then on the back, I'm going to put another really quick illustration on the back. So we're going to work on that this morning. So let's go ahead and open this because I have an idea of what it is and I might want to use it. Sherry Van messaged me. Let's see, can I save these? I think I can. I'll save them for... I like to put things in them, scrap papers and stuff like that. Oh, this is perfect. Look at that. So this came from Sherry Van. Bless her heart. And she sent me some S-gel pens. Bless her heart. S-gel. We'll put these here. Thank you, Sherry. Wow, that cost you an extra $5 to send that. You could have put them in here. Bless your heart for doing this. She messaged me and asked me what kind of pens that I was using to draw with. And I told her I liked the S-gel pens. She may have had this one already sealed. And then she said, whoa, I found some, but look, she gave me Oh, bless her heart. Oh, Sherry. Bless your heart for doing that. Well, Sherry won a giveaway, and I'm going to send her this envelope. So we'll get that. We'll get it off in the mail to you, Sherry. I'll let you know when it's coming, but it'll either come. I was hoping to get them out this week. Let's see. Today's Wednesday. I might still. I like to do all my mailings at once. So what am I going to do with all these to keep them all together? In that envelope again? No, let's just put them in a box here. Let's just put them over here. I'll have plenty. I'll do something with them later. And she messaged me and said, Meri, I found the bold ones. So thank you so much, Sherry. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning. Good morning. So since she sent those to me, let's do a quick sketch. My last one was a, oh dear, I've got all my paints out here. Jeez. I got too much going on my desk. I got a bottle of water. I guess I'm going to have to set that down here on the floor. Don't knock it over, Meri. We got the holly candle. Let's light it. That came from Holly Dalton. Can you guys tell that it's lit? I think the battery is getting low on it. I'll have to get me a new battery. But that battery, I don't think I put in new battery since I got it. So, and let's see. Let's move you guys over until I'm done with the sketch. And, oh my, oh my, oh my. Not enough room on this desk. All right. This was the last one I did. And I don't think I put enough bulk in his head up in here, but I'm going to leave it. And I'll come back and I'll do him again sometime. But I just want to do a fast sketch using Sherry's. What'd I do with, oh, what'd I do with it? Put it over here. And bring this out this way. And I need my little Play-Doh container to put under the lid, because there. And I was looking for pictures to draw, and I found one that I liked, and I've already downloaded it. So it's in my gallery right here. And this guy is, let's get out here to, this guy is William Allen Rogers. It's 1854 to 1931 was when he was an American political cartoonist. But I like this picture of him. Let's go back out to my gallery here. Come on. Whoops. Maybe I have to double tap on that. This is a really cool picture. And maybe I'll get him drawing because I need to practice on the hands too. And I like that he's, no, come on. Why doesn't this do this? There. I like the fact that he's drawing. So let's just do a really fast sketch. And I'm just practicing, really. I'm just practicing. I have to get the wax off of the tip. And I told Sherry I liked the bold ones, and she messaged me, and she said, Meri, I found 2 packages of the bold, and they're black. I love that, Sherry Van. Bless your heart. May your art cart be blessed. May your art cart be blessed. So I'm going to get a picture of him, sketch a picture of him sketching. He's working on his cartoons. So let's just start. See, I have to have room for his hand here, his coat in here, so his head would start right about in here. And let's start with his eyeglasses. We'll put his little eyeglasses in first, and then we'll sketch around them. Maybe not that big, because I have to have room for, if I'm going to do him sketching. So, and his eyebrow, his nose kind of cuts off this eyebrow, and you guys aren't going to see it until I zoom in just now. I'm going to leave it this way. You'll see it better when I get going here. His head comes in here. And I'll probably sketch him more than once because I like to sketch larger portraits just for the practice, but I want to get his entire body. And I like to just, this kind of warms me up, but it also helps me develop my sketching skills. If you practice, you eventually get better. So they say. So she says. So you can see the full eyeglass on this. And you can see, I like the side views. I'm practicing getting the full face when they have their, this side of the face is much larger. And I'm practicing that. Now he's got a, my goodness, he's got a shank of white hair right here. And then this is all dark up in here. And again, his head kind of comes down this way, and his ear just barely peeks out. It's in the shadow, which is okay with me because I need to work on ears. And it comes down like so, and that hair still comes down there. His nose comes out kind of like so, and he's got a mustache. Let's get it. He's looking down at his artwork. And his other eye is in here. All right. And he's got a mustache. Kind of sketch that in. Let's finish this. You can hardly see this part of the eyeglass in here. It gets lost in the photograph. And he's got a bottom lip here, and his chin comes down like so. And then this is all in shadow in here. And he's got a white collar on. Now in today's world, he probably, well, I think I read that he taught himself how to draw. But he did a lot of cartoons, and I think he was hired by some newspaper. I'd have to go back and read the biography, when he was 19. And he illustrated for that newspaper. I forget which one it was, and Harper's Weekly. And I kind of found this picture by following the Thomas Nast suggestions off of Thomas Nast. So he kind of comes, I'm liking how this is turning out. He's got a vest coming down this way. He's got this tie in here. Let's see, this coat kind of falls down this way. But what I was saying, in today's world, a cartoonist in today's world would not wear a vest, a tie, and a suitcase when he went to work at his art desk. No way would I put on I mean, lucky if you get him to wear it to a church or to a wedding. A suit coat. All right, he's got a collar. This collar is kind of wide. Let's let this vest go up here. He's got a collar on. I got a lot I want to get done today, so I'm kind of trying just to do this really fast, but I like how it's turning out. I must be with it today. And then this is, his coat has a pocket going on down in here, like you can barely see it. And then his arm gets cut off by the picture, but his arm kind of comes down that way. We'll leave that. And then we'll go work on this arm. So kind of comes this way, and then his arm is extending out. Let's see, he's got his vest kind of, as he's seated, it kind of, you know, wrinkles up a little. And he's got some buttons showing in here. Maybe a little one in here, one kind of peeking out there. And this is all in shadow in here. Boy, I love sketching with these. Sherry, thank you so much for these. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Okay. Now, he's working at his desk here. I'll bet he posed for this. What do you bet? That's probably why he put his suit coat on. I'll bet when he gets drying, he takes off all of his vest and jacket and all that. I just have a hunch. I'll bet this is because he's posing for the picture. Okay, so let's kind of shade this all in here because it's all gray. All of this is. Yeah, let's see. This, I got to get this better because it kind of comes out this way. Kind of falls off of the, and then the table kind of comes this way, and then this arm is all in shadow and kind of comes out like so, maybe like that. And then his hand. Now, I'm going to expand this to get his hand drawn. That's as far as it'll expand. But his hand, let's see, you see his thumb. Now I got to make it, when I expand the picture, I tend to expand the hand here. So I got to keep this, try to keep this in proportion. Because his thumb is holding the, and then underneath of the thumb, let's see, the thumbnail kind of comes out like that. And yes, or no, I can't, let's see. He's holding the pencil. He's got a hand coming this thumb. The thumb doesn't look quite right. It's got more like that. And more wide. Oh, I'm goofing this up. The hand kind of comes like this. See, I need to practice hands. Let's put the pencil in there. He says, you need practice, lady. And it kind of comes up that way, in this way, maybe. And then he's got a finger. And this is all in shadow. Finger coming that way, kind of holding on to it and coming down like that. Yeah. Let's see. The pencil comes here. It's really an ink pen. It's not a pencil. It's a dip pen. How about that? And this finger is resting on it like that. See his hand? I've already got it too large. Let's bring that down a little. And then you can kind of see another finger, and it is kind of coming down underneath of the dip pen. So the dip pen looks something like that. And then this finger kind of comes down like so, and it's all dark in there. Can't see a thing. All right, maybe now if I take this jacket and extend it out. This way. It's not too bad. I think I got his hand a little large. Let's see if I can just kind of make it a little smaller. And he's working on a piece of art work here. Let's see, that kind of goes like that. That's not too bad. And this area gets dark in here. His coat comes down, and then this area in here is all dark. And you can kind of see the shadow of his hand there. All right. This sleeve here, all these wrinkles and crease in fabric is another thing to work on to make it look more realistic, but I'm happy that I got his face pretty good. And then we're just going to very lightly do this. And this area is all in shadow up in here. And all in shadow here. And his collar, and then his neck is all in shadow. Got his mustache coming down here, and his bottom lip and his chin. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's do his hairline. He's got this almost a sideburn of white hair here, and then this area in here is dark. And his eyeglasses and his eyebrow. Yeah. Maybe you can only see a couple of hairs over there. Put some lines in here, a little bit of shading going on in his eyes and around his nose and on his cheek and here. All right, and I'm not going to bother with scribbling because I don't want to waste my beautiful ink that I got. So, let's get out a Dixie cup. Yeah, and let's see. Kimberly says, very good, Mary. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Arlene said she'd be right back. Arabella says, yes, it is. I'm using brown paper bag this time, plus baby oil to soften the paper. Ooh, she must be making a journal. Arabella, that sounds so cool. The weather says it will get into the 50s this weekend, then drop back down next week. Yeah, it's going to get into the 40s here. I need to get out and start my car and let the engine run a little, maybe run it down the block and back. Let me put a little bit of water in here. I want to finish up Arlene's envelope today. That's probably about all I'll get done because I am going to work on the back of it. But I want to work on Becky's. Becky's is going to be a box. And I already know what I'm going to do. If I can find that brush. Where's that brush I like so well? Here. This little brush. Let's just start by shading in the coat here. And this does not have to be, this is more of a fast sketch than a drawing. This is just to help me get proportions and just a daily help sketchy sketch. And I don't really do it daily because I don't think I did it yesterday. Or did I? Yeah, no, I didn't. Here, let's just watch what I'm doing here. Let's see, he's got his hair coming down. Ooh, I need a towel. This side of his face is all, except for not that. Well, it is now. His hair. His mustache. I need a towel. Hold on. Let's see if I can lighten his hair a little here. Get some of that ink off of it. Now, I pretty much darkened it. I kind of see a highlight up here. And this part of his face is all in shadow. And his mustache under his nose. Okay, Meri, that's enough there. And this part is all in shadow. He's got a tie on. And I'm going to just very lightly put some shading on the collar because I don't want it quite so stark. Now I think I'm pretty happy with this. His hand's still a little large. Whenever I expand the picture, I tend to expand the drawing. I think that's as much as I'm going to do this morning. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. It's just really a fast sketch just to get me moving. It's not perfect, but I'm not going for perfection. I'm just going for maybe the warm up and the, let's empty this into my, I got clean water. Got lots of clean water today. All right, I'm gonna, let's see. I want to go to read about him here. William Allen Rogers. Let's write on here. William Allen Roger. No S, just Roger. And he's an American political cartoonist. But we're not doing any of the politics stuff. He just drew political cartoons. Let's see, from 1854 to 1931. And then I'm going to put ref photo from Wiki. Public domain. I'll put PD on there. And then I'm just going to sign it over here. And today is 12/28/2022. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's snap a photo of it in case I want it for a thumbnail. Get it up just a little. All right. Yay, that got me going. This book I got from Renee, Little Red Wagon, and it's just perfect to practice sketches in. But I need to go back and use the other side. I haven't been using the other side, and I do want to do both sides of the paper. So my next ones I might sketch on this side of the book. We're not going to worry about that right now. Let me turn my phone off. Put it in a safe place. Yes. Okay. So thank you so much for all these wonderful ink pens, Sherry Van. I'll put them in I think I'll put them in a cigar box. I have them stacked up behind me. But I'm not going to reach for one now, or I'll have a craft lunch. Let's get you guys back on the desk. Put the Play-Doh away. We're going to work on finishing this. Arlene's envelope. What did I drop? This little piece. All right. Let's get back into chat. Make sure I got it on live chat. Arlene says, I remember in grade school. Arlene is talking, and she said, I remember in grade school, we would spend the whole day crumpling and working with paper to see who could get it the softest by the ending bell. You did that in grade school? I don't remember what we did. We're probably just in our spare time. What did we do? I don't even remember. I remember recess. Going out at recess. That was probably our spare time. And I can remember we would bail out of the swing set until finally the teacher came out and stopped us bailing out. Boy, we'd just swing real high, get it real high so that we could jump, and then we'd get right up here and then we'd jump and land on the grass. How we didn't kill ourselves, I don't know. When you're young like that, once you do it once and you don't hurt yourself, well, let's do that again. We played on the swing set. We had a tether ball and a merry-go-round and a slippery slide. That was our playground. Good morning, Nina. Hello, hello. Arlene says, I'm going to be in and out for a while. That's perfect, Arlene. That's perfect. You just take care of yourself. That's the main thing. Nina says, good morning, everyone. Arabella, they're all welcoming Nina. I love it when you guys welcome folks who come in because I don't catch it all. Arabella says, it really is. I found it by accident, just looking for something new to do, crumpling the paper over and over to a fabric feel. It's a cool technique. Thank you, Kimberly. She said, very cool. The more you sketch, the more practice you get in, and the more, as you could see when I was sketching, I said, oh, I got to watch that I don't get this hand too big because I expanded the photograph on my phone, and when you expand the photograph, you see more of the hand and it grows bigger. But your other sketch, if you sketched it smaller, you have a bigger hand. And I still got it a little large, but the more you sketch, the more you learn about those things. I'm not perfect, though. I still am working on it. But a fast sketch like that, you aren't going to have a photographic drawing. Arlene said, I just looked it up. Is momogamy, MOMOGAMI, the crumpled paper? And Bella says, yes, it is. I'm using brown paper bag this time, plus baby oil to soften it. Arlene says, the weather dude says it'll get into the 50s this weekend and then drop down next week. Yep. Kimberly, Arlene says, Kimberly, it thawed yesterday afternoon, getting all the laundry done before the next cold snap. Okay. Welcome everybody who's come in. Arlene says, we worked with our paper when the teacher wasn't looking during lunch breaks. Really? It was such an enjoyable task, and looking back, it kept us out of less wholesome activities. Yeah. Okay. I want a palette. And I did finish reading the story. It was, oh, did I bring that book back in? I don't know what I think I left the book out in the living room. But this is Felicity, and she runs away with the minstrel who gets nominated to be, what was it, mistrial? The chief mistrial or something like that. Anyway, she does run away with him. He's Lord of the 12 days of Christmas, and nobody can do anything until he orders it. And so he orders like a game of hide and seek. The seekers, they set up people who hide, and they hit up assign seekers to go find them. And he played a joke on them. He set up all the people to go hide, and they ran and hid, but he didn't appoint any seekers. And then that gave him and Felicity time to get out of town. Okay, she's got a blue dress on. I guess I could make it a bright blue dress. Let's do her dress. And here again, when I paint these, I don't go for a lot of shadowing and making it look realistic. Although I do have some shadowing going on in here and different shades of green in there. But like if I sat and tried to get it, well, and then I don't even think what I was using for a reference photo was even that. And I put all my little brushes in here. I'm trying to keep my little brushes separate from my big brushes. And this is the biggest one, but I'm keeping it out because it's a nice watercolor brush. And let's do this brush. And no, I'm not going to splatter it. So I just kind of want to get started here. I dumped my water out there. I brought a jar of water. Put it down here on the floor. Don't want to spill it. I brought a bottle of water to paint with. I thought I got that little one out. Is it here? I guess I'm using it. All right. Let's get started. I'd like to start on Becky's today too, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll get it done. Becky's is going to be a box because I have several things to send to her. And then I want to find something else to send to Sharon because Sharon won this. Sharon won this little Santa Claus carving. And I feel like I should be sending her something else. Now, let's see, this part in here. Well, yeah, I guess it will be blue. It kind of comes up halfway up her neck. I just about didn't get up this morning. I just about said, oh, I want to go back to sleep. The alarm went off. I heard it, and I clicked it off. Now here, I am going to have to shade this because she's got kind of like a little cape going on down here. And her arm comes, this is her arm, and it comes down this way. And her elbow's kind of resting on this chair. And it comes in here. And it comes down here to her hand. But it's very hard to see it. And then this has a white under her bodice and another white at her band at her waist. But this instrument kind of gets in the way of you seeing that. And I'm going to have to darken this blue just a little to get into some shadowing. The other arm comes this way and kind of rests in her lap. She is quietly looking out the window while the other ladies discuss the Lord of the Misrule, I think it's called. And he, in this story, the Lord of the Misrule was the Lord over the 12 days of Christmas. And he could do all these little pranky stuff. And the men were having a meeting in their castle room about appointing another Lord of the Misrule. Misrule? I didn't bring my book in here. I might have to go get it. But while they were in their meeting room discussing all that, the ladies were, meeting in their own separate room. I think it was upstairs, if I remember the story right. And they were hoping that they would appoint somebody who didn't do so much mischief this year. I'm going to bring this neck up a little here like that because it kind of goes like that. And then she's got kind of a cape on there. And I might bring that cape over here too, but I want to finish her dress. And the instrument here is a lute. And Felicity does play the lute. And so does the minstrel that she runs away with. But she's sitting out here looking out the window at the sky. I'm going to have to lighten all of this. This is the poor little tree. And this is a snowbank and a tree house in there. We haven't got that in there yet. Let's finish painting her dress. And anyway, while all the ladies are sitting there discussing what the men were going to pick for the Lord of the Misrule or whatever, Felicity is just sitting quietly over in her corner. And the dress actually shows up underneath of the chair here, which I thought was very interesting. You can kind of see it on the floor. Okay, let's add a little of this darker blue. Now that's green. That darker blue here, that's brown. Here. We're going to give her some, and these are her hands here. And you'll see that better when I sketch it. Do I need to zoom in a little here? Let's move my palette over. Let me zoom in a little so you guys can see it a little better. Oops. Too much, Meri. Yeah. How is that? Too much over here. I don't want to lose that. All right. So we're going to make her cloak kind of a dark blue. And she's leaning. And I think I might bring that cloak over this way too. She's got a cape on. Anyway, that's what I think it is. And we'll bring it like this, maybe over her shoulder like so. Put my hand in the paint. And it kind of comes down that way. And let's bring it underneath. And maybe even falling down in here just to give it some shadow. It's a long cape. Now, this needs to be blue in here. I'll wash out my brush. Yeah, I think this is what I was using yesterday. We're not done with the blue. This needs to be blue in here. And this lady reminded me of Arlene, just because she's sitting here quietly. That's how I picture Arlene. Just quietly observing everything that's going on, not trying to get in any ruckus, just observing, not trying to gossip or shout out her opinion like the rest of us, just quietly there. Now, I'm going to take some of this blue and mix it with the dark blue and mix it with the light blue and see if I can get a little bit of shadow going on here. Where do I want it? In here maybe. No, a little darker. Makes it kind of a blue-gray color for her other arm. The lighting is not good in here, so I can't see where I'm going. And let's darken this underneath the chair in here, maybe down in here, and I'll be drawing on that. I'm not going to do too much more to that. What I want to do is get some white and work on that sky. Yeah. Take some blue and some white. A lot of white. And we'll put that tree in there. The tree will look better. I'll paint it out, but I'll get the blue behind it. Now I'm running out of paint that I mixed here. That's good. Pretty good. All right. So let's wash that out. I'm pretty happy with this. And she's got a white cap on. Comes around her head here. Maybe you can see a little bit of it there. And then it ties, whoops, got blue on there. That wasn't all the way dry. What do I have there? Let's put some blue here because it's there. And then it comes, let's see, it comes around her head like this, because she's looking out the window, so she's got kind of a side view. And it comes down, and then it starts here again. So I need to put some gray, or maybe some of her hair. Maybe I'll put some of her hair behind her. And then she's got a white band going across here, across her bodice area, and a white band coming down this way. And it comes down like that. And then it comes across this way. And this way, kind of at her waist area. And it makes a belt going like that. Now, some more of that blue. Oops. Oh no. Get that off. All right. Fill in the little spaces there. This is her arm coming down this way, so I need some, well, actually she's sitting in a brown chair. No. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's do the tree. Let's do the tree. Green and dark green. That's brown. Let's do this Christmas green tree with a little bit of light green in there. The tree out the window. And let's get a bit of light green. And we'll do the orange tree, the lute. We got to finish her hair and her face. I usually do that last. All right, that's way more paint than I'll need. I might use some of that. Might start on this. Let's get this tree in here. Looking like a tree out the window. Yeah. Keep wanting to wash my brush out in my tea. Let's get a little bit more of this light blue. Some water in there. And some of this green. Just, boy, I got more green than I need. Now it got snow on the ground because it is Christmas. That's why he's reeling over the 12 days of Christmas. So, and let's get some more of this blue and straighten up her hand here. Her dress comes in here. And oh, kind of smooth this area out. in here. If I can get... Okay. One more. Hi, Amber. Good morning, Amber. Good morning, Violet. Violet, what was your other screen name? You told me. You were the one I was doing the birdcage for, birdcage stamp. What was it? I remember doing it. I remember you. Started with an M, didn't it? I told you, I know you told us your name, but I can't remember. Amber says, good morning, Meri. Amber says, wow, that's awesome, Arlene. I am kind of working from a picture in a Christmas book. I didn't make these up. The little boy I got from an illustration, but I changed him, and he had knocked over a Christmas tree. I made him, and there was a box in here, and he was holding a school slate. I made him holding a Happy Mail envelope. The holly I got from it's mistletoe leaves I got from another illustration. I put my own tree in, but he's rubbing the mail bag to get his Happy Mail. He couldn't wait for the mailman to deliver it. All right, since I have this green out, let's put a little brown in here and do this tree and the birdhouse and the chair. Well, let's put a little brown on here. Let me go get that book. You can stare at my piece for a moment here. I thought I brought it in here, but it doesn't look like I did. I was going to. And then I got to reading that story. Let me get it. It's up by my chair. Whoops. Boy, I'll tell you, I got one little pathway coming into this room. I'm going to work on that. All right, let me set this aside so I don't blur it. Where can I put it? Over here. And I'll show you the picture here that I'm working from. Let me move the paint so I don't mess up my book. And where's the story? Here, The Lord of Misrule is the story. And it talks about one of the most democratic bodies in Christendom. Now, it's talking about Christmas, so that's talking about Christendom, was Stoneborough Castle. They had an annual meeting in the steward's room to choose the Lord of Misrule. And while they were meeting, then the ladies were sitting down below and talking. And Felicity, here's Felicity here. This is the picture over here that I'm working from for Felicity. And I took this orange tree and put it in a basket and put it over here. So that's the picture that I'm working from. It's pretty much blues and gray tones, maybe a little bit of tan going on in there. Then I think on the back, I'm going to do the Lord of the Misrule on the back, just to have something on the back. Then the other picture, the little mailbag boy, I got from have to find it here. Here, I got from here. See, he's holding a, get it up here where you can see it. He's holding a school slate and he knocked over a Christmas tree. I guess that's not a box, it's the stand of the Christmas tree. Looks like he got a little anxious to get home from school. Oh. Now this is Wednesday, so I'll only go until 7:30. It's 5:35 now. Let me stop while I'm stopped and look at chat. Have some sip of tea here. I got pomegranate tea. I have pomegranate tree. Michelle. Her name is Michelle. Yeah, I remember you. I have all those stamps. I never sent them out. I sent out Mina's and it did not make it through the mail, and that made me really nervous. Hi, Posh. Did Posh come in? I see somebody saying, hi, Posh. Good morning. There she is. Good morning, Posh. It's good to see you. Angie Brown, rest well. Angie, that's not our Angie. That's Angie Brown. Our Angie spells her name different. This is well, you're our Angie too, but it's not the Angie that comes into Posh, is it? Are you Angie Brown? Oh, you are our Angie. I didn't realize your last name was Brown. The only reason I know it's the Angie who goes back to sleep is she says, good morning, I'm going back to bed now. Posh said, I just stopped by to wish everyone a Merry Christmas to all. Oh, Posh, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate that. After I get my doctor bills paid down a little, they kind of, because I had that ear thing, that foam rubber taken out of my ear. That's been stuck in my ear for, it had to be in there at least 2 or 3 years. That's why I couldn't hear so good. Oh, Mary. Well, that upped my doctor bill and then the anesthesiologist cost a little bit more than we estimated. So I have an extra $1,000 to pay in doctor bills. Posh probably knows how that goes. So I need to get that paid down before I start buying more money. So I hate to say it, if I go to Keisha's marketplace, I'll spend money because I'll see all this neat stuff. So I've been kind of avoiding auctions. Okay, Posh, sweet dreams. She says she's on her way back to bed too. She's gonna go take an Angie nap. Mary, oh, it is the same Angie. Well, she put Brown on there. She must have put Angie Brown on there because she used to just go by Angie. Good night. Sleep well, Angie. Sleep well, Posh. Go get, you'll need your energy for the daylight hours. I know it's early in the morning. I like to come on early in the morning. Once I get up, it's hard to make myself get up and get in here. I have to tell you that. But once I get up and get in here and get going, you know, I'm arting. And then I take a nap after my stream. Posh says, best of luck with those bills, Mary. And yes, I'm very aware of them. Yeah, Posh, you fell. I think Posh fell last, what was it? Early fall, early autumn. And she was out of commission for several weeks, but she's better now. Posh is the main mod for Keisha's Creations, who is the marketplace, and Angie is the cheerleader. Angie's in there every day saying, thumbs up, everybody. We want to get to 75, and then we got to get to 100. Hi, Nashwa. Good morning, Nashwa. All right, Posh and Angie, you go get your rest because it'll soon be daylight. You got a big day ahead of you. And Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year to all of you. All right, who else am I missing? Nina's here. Kimberly's here. Michelle is Violet now. Amber says, wow, that's awesome, Arlene. She does so well. I really like they remind me of an old time story book or something. Yeah, it is kind of an old. This is in the book looks more like a woodcut. My phone doesn't know my name, Arabella says. It doesn't know me either. It spells my name Mary. But at least it got, when I listen to it, at least they're pronouncing Atelier, and they say Meri when I listen to the intro, but it's really Meri. I don't know if I could ever train it to say the right thing. You know, that AI machine gets it wrong a little, just like spell check. Kimberly says she's giggling along with Arabella. What did Arabella? It says, oh, she's available. Arabella is available according to the AI. No wonder Kimberly's giggling at that. Oh dear, that is funny. Oh, this is where Amber came in. Good morning, Amber. Arabella says it reminds me of a pretty vintage postcard. Well, I split this. Arlene's won a cluster, and I have a prayer pocket, but I don't know if I can put my hands on it before I send it out. So I'll probably send out she won a cluster that I did. And I might put something else in there, Arlene, and for Sharon too, because they're just little pieces. But I folded the envelope in half, thinking she could put it in an art journal if she wanted to. And then on this half will be the address portion. I'm not going to do much to that. And then on this, I have to leave room, at least an inch, for packing tape. So I'll just draw maybe a line here, and I'm going to put the Lord of Misrule here, and maybe an orange tree. I do this one real simple. Let's see. Arlene says, yes, that's me, sitting quietly. Arlene says, oh, yeah, they were talking. Okay, I'm back up to where they were talking about crumbling up paper. Posh says, I love the vintage look of you. Oh, Posh, let me show you the other one that I did for, of course, it's on my thumbnail, but this one goes to Sherry Van. This I also got out of that book. You can't see the whole thing. I put an art journal and a snow globe down here, and then the little lady, and she's holding paintbrushes. So this one goes to Sherry Van. And Sherry Van won that paper doll that I gave away. I want to get these out and mailed as soon as I get them done. And then I'm doing a box of various items that will go to Becky. And then another more flat box, a priority box for Sharon Lombard. But Sharon and Arlene, I've got to find something else to stick in there. Maybe some fabric that they can do stuff with. We'll see. All right. Yeah, there are, well, Arlene sent me, look, Posh, Arlene sent me a whole handful of the, and that's not all of them. They're all over here. I've been sketching with them. A whole handful, probably about 3 packages of S-gel pens. So I'll have plenty of sketching pens here. I'm going to put them in a cigar box or something. I'll have plenty to sketch with. Bless her heart. So she deserves that envelope. Meri, what's the name of that book? Let me get it out here. I got this probably at a book sale. It's called A Family Christmas by Reader's Digest. A Family Christmas by Reader's Digest. A Family Christmas. And I think the copyright is, look, there's that little girl there. The copyright is, it's a Reader's Digest book. 1984. But it has, I haven't been able to cut this one up. It has a lot of illustrations in it, like this. That, you know, I can get, now of course this looks like a Norman Rockwell. No, it's showing Santa Clauses. I thought for Becky's, you know, Becky has that Santa Claus collection up on her mantle. I'm going to do smaller ones for Becky, but there'll be 4 of them and they'll go around the box. I thought I'd do the Santa Claus. I can't remember what I was going to do for the others. I should have written it down. I'll have to think of the different ones, but they fit Becky, like the Santa Clauses on her mantle. And I was thinking of a cat, but that wasn't the one that I'm trying. I had another one that just fit Becky. I could do a quilt square on one, or maybe some crochet hooks. I don't know. I'm still deciding what I want to do for Becky, but they'll be illustrative like this. But I might get these 2 done and send them out, so they'll be on their way. Arlene's and Sherry Van's. I mean, why should I hold them up till I get the other 2 done? I'm going to send out postcards, and I want to go through for the people that I did not send out Christmas. And Kimberly, you and Dana are still going to get Christmas star postcards. I got them. I just need to get your address on them. You guys gave me the address, and they're over there. They're all ready to go. I even got my address on there, but I just need to put your addresses on it. And in the same way with Dana. I'll try to get those 2 postcards mailed. And then I think I gave away a couple. I have to find my list. I gave away a couple of postcards. So I have 4 postcards that need to go out. And then maybe these 2, and then I'll work on Sharon's and I'm going to try to get it all done this week. So next week I can start fresh. And what I want to do is the people who I did not get postcards sent to over Christmas, it just was too much. I underestimated the number of people who had addresses in our address book. Well, if you didn't get a postcard, I want to start making some postcards. And I think I had, I can't remember how many, but I was going to do 10 a month. I was going to do 10 postcards a month in January. And I think I estimated I could get through everybody. I think I have 40 left to send out. It might be a little bit more of that. But however long, they won't be Christmas postcards. They'll be associated with, like in January, I might do snowmen or sleds or ice skaters or something like that. There's some cool ice skaters in that book where I got these. So, and then in February, I don't know if I want to send out Valentine postcards unless they're vintage Valentine. I might copy a vintage Valentine postcards. And then I'm going to send those out until I get through the address book. But it'll probably take me till next July to get through it, if I'm consistent. I may not be consistent, who knows? Probably not. If you follow my modus operandi, I get sidetracked a lot. But that's going to kind of be one of my 5 projects that I'm going to work on. I am going to follow Rhonda's suggestion. She suggested taking 5 projects, 5 UFOs. And she told me this before, and I said, yeah, that's a good idea, and I never did it. But I'm going to do it starting in January. I'm going to pick 5 projects. One of them is going to be postcards. I'm going to work on sending out 10 postcards a month until I get them all mailed to everybody I want to mail to. Then the other one is I want to finish up my Inktober. So I've got 3 other ones. I might finish my Bug Caboodle, but I'm not going to start on these until, well, these 2 I'll probably do at the same time. I've only got 4 pages to do in the Inktober, 5 pages to do in the Inktober. I want to get it done. So the postcards, I'll just be 10 a month. So it'll kind of be an ongoing until I get it done. And then I get the Inktober done. Maybe I'll start on the Bug Caboodle and then find another one to put in here. This one will be done. So, and that's what I'm going to do. But then I'll have other projects to work on. I'm going to keep them smaller. Maybe paint an envelope, pick an envelope a month, or pick an envelope whenever I get one envelope finished, I'll do another envelope and just let them stack up. And then I'll have a supply of Happy Mail envelopes. And if I don't get them done, if I do them like this, I can put them in my own art journal. So, and I'm going to do smaller projects. I'll still have my journal. I'll work maybe a page in my journal. I might do some, I was listening, who was it? Somebody said, they were talking in chat, and they said something about art prompts, and then that sentence should have ended, but the next sentence started with the word people. I wrote it down in my Society of Ideal Collector. I want to find out who said that. Oh, Bumbling Buddhist, who was, tell me now, Kristen, who does all those rocks. Is it Kristen? Christy Biddleson. She was talking, and she ended it with prompts, and then her next sentence started with the word people, and I saw the word prompt people. So I want to make a Dirty Dozen set of prompt cards that are prompt people. And I'm not talking about, roll a Picasso roll or anything like that. I'm talking about draw a picture of a man, or have a picture of a man and then figure out what kind of a setting is he going to be in. I'm still working it out, but I can do the Dirty Dozen cards for it, and then we can figure out the prompts. So that's something I want to work on next year. Well, really, I got that idea from Rhonda. That came from Rhonda. She's told me I need to do that before, and I say, yeah, that's a good idea, and then I never do it. All right, I was going to work on the chair here. We're going to paint the chair brown. Now the chair, the chair really is the frame in here of the woodcut, but we're just going to paint a chair coming up behind her here. And I need to paint her hair coming down in here. So that's why this is not painted. That's her long hair. And this is part of her long hair. There's long hair in there. And of course it's golden. Of course it's golden. All right, so the chair comes down in here, and it's really a big old chunky chair. So let's make it chunky. And it comes down. She's resting against the arm of it. All this project talk is making me anxious, Posh says. Keep warm and cozy, everyone. See you next year. Bye, Posh. Get some rest. Posh is really an excellent mod for Keisha. She does an excellent job of it. She's on Tammy. It was on Tammy's level as far as answering things and making sure Keisha gets everything right, doesn't miss anybody. It's hard when you do a sale like that because there's so much going on. It's hard to do that without a good mod keeping track of you. And Keisha does a good job of it, but Posh helps her out. And then Angie is the cheerleader. Angie is the cheerleader. Now let's see, this kind of, I think even comes up a little more in here. We're going to make it, and it'll come out here, but I'm going to make that lighter. And then she's seated here. That's going to be kind of like a yellow color, but this chair kind of comes down here. Yeah, and then all my unfinished caboodles and everything, because I've got quite a few that I haven't finished. Oh, one of my other projects besides the Inktober and the postcards, I'll eventually get done. And then there's the bug caboodle. I'm going to finish that, or the insect one. And I have my very first caboodle that I started was a sewing or a fabric book. And I just need to finish that one up. If I work on it, I'll get it done. But I won't work on it until I get these others. Well, this one, the postcards will be ongoing. This one will get done pretty fast. The bug caboodle might take me a while. And then I'll have the sewing one, and then I'll have to choose another one. But what I'm going to do, because Rosemary sent those out as kits, I can put them away as kits and keep track of what I have put away. And then I'll just get out another one. Now let's see. This chair comes out this way. Not so slanty. The arm of the chair. Sort of like that. And this is the seat of the chair here. I need to get some light brown going in here. Let's see. I'll have to put some more blue on her dress in there. Hi, Stephanie. Good morning, Stephanie. Angie says, Arlene, can you see me? I see you, Angie. We see Angie. Angie, you should be back in bed. Stephanie says, good morning, everyone. Sweet dreams. Posh and Angie. Christy Biddleson. I want to say Brittle. It's Biddle. B-I. There's no R in it. All right, let's take a little bit of that white and mix with the brown and do a little chair work here. Oh, wait. Well, I need to do this here too. And there needs to be some gray, or this could be part of the wall. Gray. I'll have to come back in for that. All right, let's take some white that's starting to get gunky on me and mix it with some of this brown. you can, and maybe I'll do that. Some of it's getting a scum on it, but you can take a little bit of water and just lightly mist your sheet so that it doesn't dry out on top. That got a little bit more lighter than more water than I intended. And we want to do the back of the chair here. And I'll be outlining these too, like I outlined that in black. All right, we're going to do this. And underneath of on this side, really needs more brown in it. It's almost turned gray. It's a big old clunky chair. After all, this is the medieval times. Some brown here. And then also this chair comes over here. The chair doesn't look too comfortable if you ask Meri. This is the arm of the chair. The other arm of the chair. She's looking out the window thinking the Lord of the Misrule, the minstrel's name who just happens to travel through town, his name is Martin, according to that story. She's looking for Martin, I think. And she does run away with him. He accepts, he said, I can't be the Lord of the Misrule. I don't know anything about all this stuff. But she helps him out. And she gets to know him and he gets to know her. And so they have like a game of hide and seek for adults. I don't know what that's like, but anyway, he appoints the seekers and the hiders. And he appointed all the hiders and they ran off and hid, but he didn't appoint any seekers. So they had nobody to find the people that were hiding. And he said it'll take them forever to figure that one out. Now, this chair comes way up here. I think I'm going to put another. No, it didn't have it, so I'm not going to. I don't think it did. I'm just going to leave it like that. And bring this out here a little more. And down. And down. I need some more gray. It won't be perfect, but I will be outlining this in black. It will make it a little more even. You'll figure it all out. Now, let's get out some yellow. We could do the lute. The lute is kind of tans and yellows. Get the yellow out here. And we're gonna get off my brush and get some yellows going on in here. The basket is a light tan. I need some more grays. Mix some gray with the blue and the green. Yeah. I don't have enough room here. Let's turn this way and move it over this way a little. You can see it better. There. And let's take a little of that and kind of put in here too. Oh, that's her dress. Needs to go down in here. And blue in there. Yeah, I need some of that tan up in here for the side of the chair. And it comes out and down. Put my hand on it and it's wet. Now let's take a little white. And a little of that gray. And we need some gray in here. Up in here. Yeah. I'll work on the orange tree, but let's do the, wash out my brush. Let's do the lute and the chair cushion. A little bit of red. Oh, that's a lot of red. Take a little red, mix it with a little yellow. Of course, I'll get yellow in my red and red in my yellow. Kind of a dark chair cushion here. And she's seated there, just a little peek of it in there. That's all of it. When I put that cushion, maybe I'll put a little bit of a cushion up here underneath of her neck, behind her neck. If I just to kind of give a little bit more consistent of color there. I don't like that area. Let's grab some of that blue and straighten this out a little here. There, that's better. There we go. Maybe a little bit more brown on this. Oh, I'm pretty happy with that. Now her hair is yellow. Oh, I need a touch of gray. I need a touch of gray right in here. Right in here. Touch of blue. Oh, I'm running out of blue. Where would I want the touch of blue? Right in here. All right, we'll have to come back to that instrument up here because it's got its round keys. Yeah. Let's add a little green to that brown. And bring this in a little here. Of course, that will be more defined when I use my pen. All right, it's not perfect, but there you go. Now I was going to work on the lute, and I think I'll get a bigger brush for that. I have a, where's that? We'll use this. We'll use that. I need to put my brushes in some Murphy's oil soap, get them cleaned up a little more. All right, we're going to start out with kind of a light yellow in here, and then maybe some tan going with it here. Yeah. Tan on the sides. And maybe a little light yellow. I don't know. A little white in there. Yeah. And I'll have to come back with the circles. Now this is a little bit too big of a brush for this. And then let's get a little bit of that orange with the yellow. And I'm going to go back to my other brush. And come. It's a lute. It's a lute. Angie says, I'm going back to sleep. Arlene said, our hearts with art. Sometimes their system takes a bit. Maybe it will show up by and by. What are we talking about? Kimberly says, I hope so. If it didn't go through, that was very sweet. Can you see if Arabella sent you a super chat? No, I don't see it. It didn't go through, Arabella. We'll give it some time. Well, thank you for trying. If it doesn't go through, don't do it again. Give all your money to Google. I appreciate the thought. I appreciate the thought, Arabella. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money, she says. You guys yell at me if it comes through and I don't see it. Yell. Loud, Meri. And this loop will get defined better with the ink pens. It's just kind of got a light yellowy background, but the inside of it is a brownish gray circle here. And then there are strings going up to keys up there. And let's see, I want a lighter brown with more white. You did it twice and it didn't go through. Don't do it again. I appreciate the thought, Arabella. If it's not working, don't waste your money on it. Thank you so much for thinking of me. That's so sweet. I do appreciate it. If it didn't go through, do you have a way online that you can check your account, your bank account, to make sure that it didn't steal your money? I can check my bank account online. Now, let's not too happy with that. Let's blend that in a little. Neither one is showing up. I guess their system might have to go and cancel one. Can you cancel it? It is off. I don't know what that means. It is off. There's some yellow in there. All right, this up here I'm going to define with my ink pen. I'm not going to work on that anymore. Let's work on the birdhouse. Let's get the birdhouse going in here. Let's give it a blue roof. Need my more blue again. You can't cancel it. Oh, your English is fine. I understand you. You can't cancel it? You should be able to. Arlene, do you know how to cancel it? I checked it is off. I don't know what you checked off. Don't worry about it, Mary. I will find a way to help you. I do have a PayPal. If you have PayPal, my PayPal is in the... I hate to have you do all that, though. You just say kind words. When you come in and chat and, you know, like, comment, share, subscribe, that helps us all a lot, not just me, to any person that you watch, if you like what they're doing. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell them so. And, you know, that's so much appreciated by the creators. Let's put some brown here. Little birdhouse out there watching with Felicity for Martin the minstrel. Let's fix this here. This will all get defined better. Little white and brown, little white and tan in here. There we go. Maybe a little bit lighter in there. And the keys. There we go. What's your Etsy? Can you give Arlene your Etsy shop? And we'll drop a link to your Etsy shop, Arabella. What is the name of your Etsy shop? Maybe Arlene can drop a link for us. Let's make that a kind of a... No, our bird is going to be red. There we go. Now, I've got a red bird going here. Oh, little bird. Is that it? Let me go look at your Etsy. Thank you, Arlene. Open up with Firefox. It's taking a minute for my tablet to bring it up. A little bird in here. There we go. Bring his tail down a little more. Arabella's Art. Continue to mobile site. Shop updates are waiting. I don't want to do the app. Let's look at Arabella's. We'll give you a shout out on your Etsy. This is Arabella's Etsy shop. She's got featured items here. Paper doll kit. Papillion is a unique handmade TEMP. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to click on it because... And then she's got some digital butterflies. Those are nice. Naturally coffee stained made with digital. It looks like coffee stain paper. A Christmas booklet and card envelopes. A pocket mini kit, pocket folder mini kit. Butterfly envelope and tags. Some paper green, a gift box. She's got some Christmas in here. Her prices are pretty good. 67 cents, 83 cents. A forest dream, a very whimsical, looks like papers. And of course my tablet's slow here, so. An envelope for junk journals. A cute envelope template kit. You got some pretty good prices on here, Arabella. Some printable, traceable bundles. I don't have a printer. That's my problem. Well, I have a printer, but Meri's not hooked it up. Don't judge. Arabella, that's sweet of you to think of me. And y'all go check out Arabella's Etsy shop. Let me go back into my chat here. Get back into, refresh my chat. Get back into my live. I have to hit the red dot because, am I on the red dot? No. There we go. Now let's get this back into frame here. I'm out of frame. My wax paper keeps floating down on me. Now I can move this over a little. There we go. So I was going to do her hair. Whoops. Got a dirty brush. We'll put a little of that orange in her hair. Yellow is a very, very light yellow. I might get out some gold. Let's get out some gold. A darker yellow. That's a lemon yellow. We're going to use a saffron yellow. I'm going to work right out of the cap, I think. If I can get it open. Boy, that's stuck. Can't get it open with, oh, there it goes. The pliers. Still on the plastic. All right, let's do a darker yellow here. That's a little better. Let's bring it down in here. Now this will all get outlined with my pen, so it'll be defined better. I'm just getting the color in. I'll put her hair down in here. There we go. I'm happy with that. Let's make this a little bit darker yellow here too. A little friend of the bird box. Now, her face, we're just going to, I don't know if I want to put a face on her, if I just want to leave her face. We'll have to think about her face. I want to, what was I going to do next? I was just going to make it a pink and a little bit of a pink. Grab some white. going to have more white. My white's getting dry. There we go. That's good enough for getting the base color in. Now I think I just have the orange tree to work on. So for that, look at all this paint I have. Boy, it's such a shame. I don't have a scraper book out. Let's put a little snow on that tree out there. Needs a little snow out here on it, on the branches. It's January. It can snow in January. You want to make a butterfly-shaped journal, one using painted papers. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right. We'll leave it like that. I don't want to do too much back there. Oh, her arms. And I got pink on her hands here. Let's put her hands in here. And a little bit of the lighter pink. Hands are quietly resting in her lap. Now let's start with that brown at the base of the orange tree here. There we go. And let's go for some of this kind of a brown and a green in here for the stem. And we'll put another light color in there. Some yellow with that. All right. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Let's put this over here. Put my palette over there. That's better. That's better. Arabella says, thank you. My daughter made that one when she was 15. The Girl in the Rain. Oh, cool, Arabella. Also a couple templates, butterfly-like shape. By, let's see, Violet said, I'm going to buy some. I'm working on a field journal for a young neighbor and found some papers that would go great with my design. Well, there you go. There you go. Let's bring this down in here like this. And I'm going to bring this one up and over like so. Maybe a little bit out there. It doesn't have much of branches in there. Now, I put another planter behind because I wanted to fill up that space. So we're going to put some green leaves in there. Let's go for this. We'll start out with the light, and then we'll put some dark in there. And I'll probably have to come over that stem again. Let's get some leaf shapes in there. I'm liking that. Now let's come in with a little dark green to kind of define it a little bit more. Overpower it. Some brown going on in here. I hear a choo-choo train coming down the track. Oh, that's brown. I'll wash out my brush again. I wanted that to be a dark green. Yeah. These bristles have their own way that they want to go. The bristles are kind of long on this brush, which is okay, but when you're trying to make it go a certain way, it doesn't always cooperate. And I'll have to paint that stem back in. But actually this, well, no, I don't want that. All right, for the orange tree, it just has a different shape of little leaves going on up in here. And I'm going to have a touch of that light blue again, which means, I don't know, that white is getting pretty used. That blue comes up in here. Oh, my white has turned gray. I think that's supposed to be an orange. This is a leaf. I'll have to redo the stem of that tree again. All right, let's add some of this. I don't know if it's all dried up now. Yeah. Wash this out. Kind of that orangey color that I mixed with red. And yellow. More of a dark orange, not for the oranges, but for this container back here. And let's add a little bit of green with that to get a little shadow. Going on in here. All right, yeah. My tan is needs more white. I need more white. Now, where am I going to put it? right here. Where's my towel? There. Some white with that. All right, I'm fairly happy with this. Yeah. I'm going to leave that alone. Now, I want a different kind of an orange for the oranges. And, well, let's see. Let's go back into here again with the gray blue. And let's touch up the... leaf areas in here. All right, so now I'm running out of space. I want an orangey orange. I have an orangey orange here someplace. This is a pearl orange. That's Martha Stewart, but that wasn't what I was thinking of. I was thinking, well, I've got a ripe tomato. What do I have for an orange? I'm going to have to run out of it. I mean, get some more. I'm running out. I have to check my stash of paint. Harvest orange. We're going to do the oranges. We're getting done. I'm only going until 7:30 this morning. When my lids stick, now tomorrow morning I'm going to work on Becky's. I have to make a rethink of what I'm going to do. I had my ideas all in my head yesterday and I didn't write them down. Oops. Let's see. I don't have much left in here. Might have enough to do the oranges. I don't know. Let's turn it upside down for a little bit. Maybe shake it. Oh, that's dry. Is it dry? Yeah. Get some down in the lid is what I'm trying to do. Getting a lot of dry pieces. I think I have some in there. Not a whole lot though. I'm going to dip my brush in it. Work out of the bottle and not the lid. I might come in with some yellow. Don't have much left in there. Can't see it. It all looks orange to me, but I'm not getting a whole lot on my brush. Oops. Got a little. Yeah. A lot of this will get straightened out when I do my pen work on it. Oh, let's see how much I can get out of here. Let's add some yellows to it. I don't know why I keep messing that area up. With the stroke, I go down. Do a down stroke that I don't want. Let's add a little of this color in there. Needs more of a white. And that darker yellow maybe, but that's going pink. I don't want pink. let's go back to my orange. It's not quite the color of orange that I want. Let's see what Martha Stewart's is. This is about empty. This says it's a harvest orange. It's orange, but it's just not quite the color. Put this back on. Let's see what Martha Stewart's is like. So my wax paper floats down. I thought I had it under that jar. And it pulled right out. Her hands peek out there. I'll get them drawn. All right, I might have to get the... No, it came out pretty good. Let's see what happens here. Where am I going to put it up here? This is a pearl orange. We'll have pearl oranges. Not quite. I wonder if I mix a little bit of red with that, what'll happen? Yeah, some water. Let's mix some yellow. Let's mix some yellow with it. I need that dark yellow. It's getting there. I don't know how much of this dark yellow I have left either. It's got the plug in it. If I can get it out. There we go. Oh, it popped out. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna work on my leaves a little bit more, and then I think I'm ready for some pen work. It's 7 o'clock. I'm only going until 7:30. I should be able to get the pen work done on this pretty easy, I think. I want to work on Becky's tomorrow. It'll take me probably all day to do Becky's because I'm going to do all 4 sides of the box. And then it'll be part of the giveaway. The illustrations that I'm doing on the painted envelopes are really kind of part of the giveaway itself. Oops, I didn't get any paint on that. A little bit of light green in there. Outlining these leaves, making them a little darker so they show up a little better. I got another one in here. A little water on that. I think I'm fairly happy with it. All right. Yep. I keep mixing more of that blue with the white. And a little bit more. And put a little bit of the brown in there to make it a grayish color. And I got this awfully white in here. And I'll put it back to gray. I think I'm pretty happy with it. All right, I'm going to do some pen work. Let me come out and I'm just going to set this aside. I'll probably waste this paint. I'm going to start me a book. A scrape off book if I'm going to paint envelopes. Let me come out and look at chat. Get my paint off to the side here. Get my tea. Pomegranate tea this morning. I haven't decided if I'm going to give her a face or not. I probably should. I should probably try it. We'll do the pen work first. Hi, Artsy Nurse. Let me refresh my chat. Make sure I'm up with all of you guys. Artsy Nurse is in here. Good morning, Artsy. Oh, thank you, Arlene. She says, well done, Meri. I love the colors too. Thank you. Hi, Cheshire. Cheshire, I want to know, did you sign up for Fibdiggity? We have a Darlene that signed up for Fibdiggity, and I don't know if it's you or somebody else. You know, I get so many names, I get them confused. You did. Okay. Well, we'll let you in then. Arlene, if you're here and if you want to go out to Fibdiggity and approve, put a welcome message, do a search for welcome in the group. Just do a search and then copy the message and do a welcome message for Dar, Cheshire Cat. She says Darlene in Fibdiggity. And go ahead and approve her. We'll let her in. Did you accept my friend request? Darlene, did you accept my friend request? I can't tell from here. Please accept my friend request because I'm having everybody accept friend requests before I let them into Fibdiggity in case I need to contact you or something. Then I don't have to. They accepted me, yes. Okay. When did you sign up? Just recently? I hope it's you. Well, even if we accept that other Darlene, she's in a lot of other art groups, so I know she's arty, but yesterday. Oh, they accepted you yesterday. Okay, good. All right. Well, if you're in, you're in. Oh. All right. Now I need to find, among all these pins here, I need to find my pins that I'm using to, and I think I have a Sharpie pin here. Well, that wasn't so hard. I'm going to find a special place for these pins, and then I have some pins that Riri sent me, and I have some other pins that I think came from Riri, but I need to find separate boxes for them so I can get to them. Hi, Rose. Good morning, Rose. I was going to sit here and Artsy says, I got a tired brain. I'm just adding a wave to everything. Yeah, just relax. It's the holidays, Artsy. Good morning, Roseanne. Cheshire Dar came in. Dar is Cheshire Cat, 1956. Thank you, Arabella. There, Roseanne. Kimberly says, hi, Roseanne. Roseanne. Our hearts with art. I'm just seeing if I missed anybody. Violet's here. Violet said, you are welcome. My store is Periwinkle Persian. Arlene, if you're here, I'm putting Arlene to work. Periwinkle Persian is Violet's Etsy shop. Let's give her an Etsy shop shout out too. If you get that link in there, I will hit on it. Arlene can just do this much faster than I can. I have to peck and hunt, and let's see if she does it. Violet says, this is where Violet bought some of Arabella's papers. That's very nice of her, sweet of her. Thank you for doing that. Arabella on her Etsy shop, Arlene dropped a link to it up above. It said she has a 50% discount going on. I think I said good morning to, if I miss you, generally other people will say good morning to in here, but I miss, because I'm bopping back between my art and the chat, I miss a lot of people coming in. Kimberly says she's putting on her makeup. Paul has me running today. All right, let's start by putting some pen work on here the last half hour. And get this defined a little bit more. In the dark areas, it's not going to show up as much, but it'll help define it. And then she's seated on the chair here. Oh, let's see. I think I put a cushion, and the chair comes up this way. And I'm going to put a line up here. And the chair comes out like this. And her hair, she's got a headdress on. It's the white paint that really messes up these pins. So if you draw, try to draw next to the white paint. It must have a chalky base in it or something. And her hair comes up this way. And then in the illustration that I'm using, her hair has, you know, lines in it like this. And her face comes down like that, and she's got more hair coming down this way. I'm kind of happy with that. Her dress. And this is, she's got a blue cape on. And this is part of her cape. And it also comes down this way. And we're just going to make another. And it's got that kind of a V on it. And her arms come out this way. This is the arm. Her arm is resting on the, her elbow's resting on the chair. Her other arm comes out. Let's see, it comes out like this, like that, like that. Now, when I went to school, they told me not to outline in black, but Meri outlines in black. I just think it helps it so much better to, you can see it better, you can determine it, but they work on a lot of, you don't outline with black if you're doing a lot of tonal work. This is more illustration, one tone painting. It's kind of, I kind of paint flat, flat meaning, not meaning that I don't have perspective, but I don't have a lot of tonal values. I have a few tonal values going on, but not enough to make it look dimensional. Look, see, I pulled this out again. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm done painting. So my work is more illustrative than an actual painting. If you want to do painting, follow Cinnamon Cooney at, oh, what is her channel? It escapes my head now. But if you search for Cinnamon Cooney, oh, the Art Sherpa, because she paints with acrylics and she does a wonderful, wonderful job. I'm going to put some strings going down here, maybe 3 of them. And we have the round circle here. Whoops, I'm getting really round. And down in here. This is a lute. It was their medieval. And it's pretty big even in the picture that I was following. It's a fairly large instrument for her. I never knew lutes were that large. But she helped out the minstrel because she could play the lute. She could embroider. All right, let's do her little hands here, resting quietly in her lap. Looking out the window at the little birdie. And I pretty well have defined the bricks. I don't think I need much more definition on the brickwork in here. Maybe around here. In the birdhouse, maybe a little. Here comes another train. And the bird. The bird I think I'm going to do with my other pen because I don't want to mess him up. And this is the other arm of the chair here, going off this way. And her dress comes down. And I guess just the orange tree and I'll be done here. I struggle with the oranges. They're not as orangey as, but they're all right. Oops, what did I do? I turned you guys off. There you are. I'm back, Angie says. I'm back. Welcome back, Angie. Her phone, her lipstick, and a bone. And the coat has 3 pockets. What is she carrying? I love outline in black. What does Kimberly says? Dar, he bought her another coat. It's too small. Poor Beefy. She's too beefy. Aww. Beefy is Kimberly's doggy. So I will return it while he gets a haircut. Roseanne says, have a great day, everybody. She's got to get ready for her grands, I guess. Bye, Roseanne. Have a great day. Let's see. Kimberly must have told a memory of her grandmother. Kimberly says, my grandmother would put on makeup and say, Kimberly, my face is my fortune. I'll bet she was a pretty lady. Thank you, Roseanne. I know you're gone, but she says, lovely project. This envelope is going to Arlene. We're going to do the minstrel on the back, so we might have to revisit this. I want to work on Becky's tomorrow. All right, we were working on the orange tree. I'll bet you Kimberly's grandmother was a pretty lady. What do you bet? I'll bet you so. Outline these leaves a little. Let them stand out. Oh, we wanted to darken this tree a little too, the stem of the tree coming down into there. Yep. Now, got an orange tree in the dead of winter that she ran away with her Martin the Minstrel. What happened to her orange tree and her lute? I'll bet she went back. This needs a little hole, needs a door. The birdhouse needs a door. I'm going to come back and outline the bird with a finer point. Now, it is true if you're doing a painting, mine is more of a illustrative painting, that you don't have as many black lines because you work with, in real life, you don't have lines defining the shadows, and the color and the shape make up the pen. There's no line coming down. But my work is more two-dimensional. Yeah. So let's put some brick lines in here. Maybe coming down that way a little. Now, my leaves are getting bigger up in here because it's a potted plant. Yeah. And this one got real big here. I must say, I'm pretty happy with it, Arlene. My pen is. My pen's getting dry on me again. Paint has a chalky base to it, and that's what dries out your felt. Especially if you got white, and I got white in that wall there. I got white in the flower pot here. I think I'm done now. I think I'm going to call it done. Oh, we got to do this orange. All right. So let's outline the little bird. I don't know. I'll have to look at her face. Let me look at her face in the book and see if I can do a face. I know I certainly don't want to mess it up. Oh. Let's get the book out. Find her here. I turned right to it. Oh, she does have a face, but I don't really care for it. She's got like a woodcut face. Let's see if I can hold it up so you guys can see it. Yeah. Well, I hate to leave her with no eyes and mouth. I'll put a nose there. I'll put lips here. I don't know if I like it, Arlene. Arlene. I might paint it out. I don't know if I like it. Well, let's go ahead and finish it up. Maybe I can fix it. Blue and a drop of red. I can always paint it out. I've done that several times. If I don't like a face, I'll paint it out. It doesn't look right to me, but maybe that's because I don't have the other eye in there. Maybe if I put another eye in here, that looks a little better. That looks a little better. Doesn't seem to fit her though. Well, let's keep at it. The face in the book isn't all that great, if you ask me. It's an illustration. There's her lips. Oh, that adds something to her. You just need a drop. You need just a little teeny speck for her lips. Otherwise, it looks like she's got in her mother's lipstick. Except she didn't have a mother. I think the problem is her hair is... I might have to paint this white out here. I think her hair is too big up in there. Let's give her some blue eyes. Oh, that made her pretty. Let's paint out her hair with some white and redo that cap, maybe. I'm not going to redo the whole cap. The cap is pretty big, but let's see if I can fix that. I think I fixed her face. I think I'm happier with her face. I'll hold it up so you can see it, but let me finish. I think I got too much hair on her head up in here. Let me put some white up in there. Makes her head, her cap is big, but that's okay. Maybe she's got, I think I like that better. Let's, yeah, that'll do. Now I'll hold it up so you can see it. Whoops, hold on. I'm happy with that. I'll put another black line in there, but not until this white dries. All right, let me hold it up so you guys can see it better. Oh, there she is. The cap is pretty big now, but I'm not going to repaint all that. She's just got hair stuffed up under her head. Maybe she's got a hair clip on. I don't know. All right. I think I'm happy with it. I'm going to go ahead and sign it. I'll sign it maybe down here in the loot where it'll show up. And it's 12/28. I'm going to 2/22. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to call this done. It's 7:30. This is Wednesday. Dee Dee Willingham is coming on. We'll get a link to Michelle's Violet's Etsy shop tomorrow. I'm sure Arlene dropped the link up above, but I didn't get a shout out. So I'll do that tomorrow when I have more time. Remind me, Arlene, if you're in here. So Dee Dee comes on at 7:30 my time. It's 7:31, so I'm going to pop off. I want to thank you all for coming in. Tomorrow I'm going to work on Becky's Happy Mail. And I don't think I'll get to this side tomorrow for, or I guess it's this side over here. I want to put the Lord of the Misrule in here. So have a great day, everybody. Go pop over, give Dee Dee some loving and some like, comment, share, subscribe. Dee Dee is always fun to watch. Bye. Have a great day. Enjoy your Christmas week. Bye. Oh, Leah. Hi, Leah. I just saw you pop up. Welcome and thank you for popping in. And Violet, I'll give you a shout out to your Etsy shop tomorrow. I didn't get that done.